Inscribed polygons. If all of the vertices of a polygon lie in a circle, the polygon is inscribed in the circle, and the circle is circumscribed about the polygon. And we've already talked about this a little bit when we talked about centers of triangles. Remember, we had the circumcenter, and that was the center of the circumscribed circle. So we've already talked about a circumscribed circle and an inscribed triangle, but we can have other inscribed polygons. So we could have a polygon that has many more sides as long as all of the vertices fall on the circle. It's going to be an inscribed polygon. So this gives us two inscribed polygon theorems. The first one is the inscribed right triangle theorem. And what this one says is that if a right triangle is inscribed in a circle, like the right triangle we see in the pink circle, then the hypotenuse is a diameter of the circle. And we can see that the hypotenuse here is AC. And we can see that it's the diameter because it's touching one part of the circle, it's going through the center, and then it's touching another part of the circle. Conversely, if one side of an inscribed triangle is a diameter, then the triangle is a right triangle, and the angle opposite the diameter is a right triangle. So what we can conclude here is that the measure of angle B is a right angle if and only if segment AC is a diameter of the circle. So it's pretty nice that we can conclude that this is a right triangle, and then it holds all of the properties of a right triangle, and we can use all the formulas that right triangles allow us to use. It's also important to note that this cuts the circle in two different pieces. So we have that top piece here, and this top piece is 180 degrees, and this bottom piece here is also 180 degrees. So it kind of cuts it into two semicircles. So now let's talk about the inscribed quadrilateral theorem. And this is an important one that a lot of students seem to forget, or they seem to get really confused about. So I am going to draw a yellow bumpy cloud around it and some yellow stars, and I am going to write the word important above it. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So a quadrilateral can be inscribed in a circle if and only if the opposite angles are supplementary. And that's the part that students get confused about. Opposite angles are supplementary, which means that they add up to 180 degrees. So for something to be supplementary, that means their sum is 180 degrees. And opposite angles mean angles that are opposite to each other in the polygon, so across the street from each other, not right next to each other. So we need to see that angle E, the measure of angle E, plus the measure of angle G equals 180 degrees. And the measure of angle F plus the measure of angle D also equals 180 degrees. And that's only if D, E, F, and G all lie on the circle. They have to be sitting on the circle.